In the heart of modern China, amidst gleaming skyscrapers and bustling streets, an ancient wisdom still whispers. Its echoes can be heard in family dinners, board meetings, and classrooms across the nation. This is the legacy of a man born 2,500 years ago, whose ideas would shape a civilization. But to understand how these ancient teachings still resonate today, we need to journey back in time. Back to the chaotic world of ancient China, where a humble teacher would plant the seeds of a philosophical revolution. In 551 BCE, in the state of Lu in ancient China, a child was born who would change the course of history. His name was Kong Qiu, later known as Kongzi, or Latinized as Confucius. Born into the lower aristocratic class known as the Shi, Confucius's early life was marked by hardship and loss. His father, Kong He, or Shuliang He, was an elderly commander of the local Lu garrison. Confucius was born to Kong He's concubine as his much younger second wife, when Kong He was in his 70s. Confucius's father died when he was just 3 years old, leaving the family in relative poverty. Despite these challenges, young Confucius showed an early aptitude for learning and ritual. According to tradition, he began his formal education at the age of 7, studying under the village tutor. By 15, he had decided to dedicate his life to learning. But Confucius's ambitions went beyond the classroom. He believed that to truly change society, one must influence those in power. As a young man, Confucius took on various low-level government jobs to support himself and his mother. He worked as a keeper of granaries and as a supervisor of fields, jobs that gave him first-hand experience of the challenges faced by common people. His thirst for knowledge was insatiable. He studied the 6 arts: rites, music, archery, charioteering, calligraphy, and mathematics. But more than just accumulating knowledge, Confucius sought to understand the underlying principles that could bring harmony to society. By his early 30s, Confucius had gained a reputation as a wise and learned man. He began to attract students, not from the nobility, but from all walks of life. This was revolutionary for its time, as Confucius believed that virtue and ability, not social class, should determine a person's worth. Confucius's ambitions went beyond the classroom. Around 501 BCE, he was appointed as the governor of a small town in Lu. His success in this role led to a rapid series of promotions, culminating in his appointment as the Minister of Crime. However, Confucius's political career was short-lived. His ideas of moral governance often clashed with the political realities of his time. According to some accounts, he resigned his post in protest against the immoral behavior of his superiors. Frustrated by corruption and resistance to his reforms, Confucius left his home state at the age of 56, embarking on a 14-year journey throughout China. He traveled with a group of disciples, seeking a ruler who would implement his ideas of virtuous government. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. At the age of 68, Confucius returned to his home state of Lu. Although he no longer held any official position, he focused on teaching and compiling ancient traditions. It was during this time that he reportedly edited the 5 classics, ancient texts that became the cornerstone of Confucian education. Confucius passed away in 479 BCE at the age of 72. According to tradition, his last words expressed his disappointment that none of the rulers had adopted his teachings. "No intelligent ruler arises to take me as his master. My time has come to die." Little did he know that his ideas would go on to shape Chinese civilization for millennia to come. At its heart, Confucianism offered a practical philosophy for both personal development and societal harmony. It emphasized several key virtues. One prominent example of Confucian influence in family life is the practice of filial piety, shao, which emphasizes respect, obedience, and care for one's parents and elders. In many Chinese and subsequently East Asian families, adult children are expected to take care of their aging parents. But perhaps most importantly, it offered a vision of society where everyone, from the emperor to the common peasant, had a role to play in maintaining harmony. It also developed the idea of meritocracy, where actions and intelligence are worth more than social class and privilege since birth. His idea of self-development and harmony of society through education and constant learning was also revolutionary. In the centuries following Confucius's death, his disciples and their students continued to spread his teachings. But how did the ideas of this humble scholar become the cornerstone of Chinese philosophy and governance? As Confucian ideas spread, they began to influence Chinese political thought. During the Han Dynasty, Confucianism was adopted as the official state ideology. The process of adopting Confucianism wasn't immediate. Emperor Wu's famous edict in 136 BCE, which dismissed all non-Confucian scholars from the court, marked a significant turning point. It's worth noting that while Confucianism became the official ideology, elements of other philosophies like legalism and Taoism continued to influence Han governance. The Han synthesis of these ideas, with Confucianism at its core, proved to be a durable model that influenced Chinese governance for centuries to come. This decision had far-reaching consequences. For over 2,000 years, aspiring government officials had to study Confucian texts and pass rigorous exams based on them. So what can we learn from the extraordinary journey of Confucius and his ideas? Let's explore 5 key lessons that remain relevant even after 2,500 years. 1. The power of lifelong learning. Confucius showed that education is a lifelong pursuit, not just a phase of life. Confucius began as a studious youth and continued learning well into old age. He believed that true wisdom comes from constant curiosity and practice. His teachings emphasized the importance of not just hearing or seeing, but doing to truly understand. In our rapidly changing world, Confucius's emphasis on continuous learning is more relevant than ever. Whether it's adapting to new technologies or understanding different cultures, the willingness to learn throughout our lives is crucial. 2. The importance of ethical behavior. Confucius believed that moral character was the foundation of a harmonious society. For Confucius, ethical behavior wasn't just about personal virtue, it was the key to good governance and social harmony. He taught that leaders should govern by example, emphasizing that if a ruler acts correctly, their subjects will follow suit. From business practices to environmental stewardship, the choices we make affect not just ourselves, but our communities and the world at large. 3. The balance of tradition and progress. Confucius respected ancient wisdom but wasn't afraid to adapt it for his time. While Confucius deeply respected tradition, he also believed in interpreting ancient wisdom to address contemporary issues. He saw value in reviewing old ideas and deducing new applications from them. This balance between honoring the past and embracing the future is crucial in our rapidly changing world. It reminds us to learn from history while being open to innovation. 4. The profound impact of ideas. Confucius's teachings shaped civilizations for over 2 millennia. From influencing Chinese imperial examinations to shaping Korean and Japanese cultures, Confucian ideas have had an enormous impact. This reminds us of the power of ideas to shape societies. Innovative thoughts can spread rapidly and influence global conversations on ethics, governance, and social harmony. 5. The universality of wisdom. Confucian ideas transcended class, culture, and time, speaking to fundamental human values. Confucius believed that virtue and wisdom were not the exclusive domain of the elite. His teachings resonated across social classes and cultures. He advocated for education to be accessible to all, regardless of their social status. Today, we see the relevance of Confucian ideas in diverse cultures worldwide. Concepts like respect for elders, the importance of education, and the pursuit of social harmony resonate across cultural boundaries, reminding us of our shared human values. As we face global challenges and rapid changes, perhaps these ancient teachings can provide a compass, helping us navigate towards a more harmonious and enlightened future. Confucius taught that progress, no matter how slow, is valuable as long as we keep moving forward. The story of Confucius is more than just the biography of one man. It's the story of how ideas can shape civilizations across millennia. From a humble teacher in ancient China to a philosophical tradition that spans continents and centuries, Confucianism continues to offer insights into how we can live ethically, govern justly, and create harmony in our communities. In the spirit of Confucius, what will you learn today? How will you contribute to the harmony of your community? And what ideas will you share that might shape our collective future? Thank you for watching. Let me know about your thoughts in the comments section down below.